Let me ask you something. When was the last time you intentionally took time to train your mind? We spend hours every day working on our bodies, whether it's hitting the gym, going for a run, or learning a new skill. But what about the most important muscle in our entire body, our mind? The truth is, most of us don't put nearly as much time into strengthening our minds as we do our physical health. But here's the thing. Your mind is what ultimately controls everything in your life. It dictates your success, your happiness, your ability to overcome challenges, and your resilience. If you want to take your life to the next level, you have to take the time to train your mind. The mind, much like any other muscle in the body, requires regular exercise to grow stronger and more resilient. It's easy to overlook this concept because we are often so focused on physical fitness, training our muscles to run faster, lift heavier weights, or become more agile. Yet the mind plays an even more vital role in our lives. It is the driving force behind our decisions, emotions, actions, and ultimately our success or failure. If the mind isn't trained, it can become weak, easily influenced, and reactive to life's challenges. But when we actively train our minds, we gain a sense of control, focus, and clarity that helps us navigate obstacles with confidence and determination. Training the mind is about strengthening its ability to focus, control emotions, overcome distractions, and push through adversity. Without consistent mental training, we may struggle with staying focused on long-term goals, and instead we might succumb to the pull of short-term distractions or the negative emotions that can arise when life becomes difficult. The mind, when left untrained, tends to wander, dwelling on fears, doubts, and uncertainties. These distractions can easily lead to a cycle of procrastination, lack of motivation, and self. To build mental strength, it's essential to recognize that, just like any other muscle, the mind needs to be worked out regularly. If we neglect to challenge it and allow it to fall into habits of negativity, stress, and confusion, it becomes hard to push past those mental barriers when it really matters. For example, imagine you're in a high-pressure situation, whether it's a crucial work presentation, a sports competition, or a personal challenge that requires you to perform at your best. Training the mind involves creating habits that challenge the brain to think in ways that foster growth and resilience. One of the most effective practices for mental training is mindfulness. Being present in the moment allows us to separate ourselves from negative emotions and external distractions. It helps build a foundation of focus and awareness that gives us control over our thoughts. For instance, if negative or anxious thoughts arise, mindfulness enables us to acknowledge them without letting them dictate our emotions or behaviors. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can observe the thought and consciously choose how we want to respond. This ability to remain present is an important mental muscle that can be developed through regular practice. Another important aspect of mental training is challenging limiting beliefs and fostering a growth mindset. So much of what holds us back is the way we think about our abilities. When we believe that we are incapable or that certain goals are beyond our reach, we create mental barriers that prevent us from progressing. Training the mind means actively shifting these thoughts to a more empowering perspective. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," or "I'll never be good enough," you train yourself to think, "I might not be able to do this yet, but with practice, I'll get better." Or, "Every failure is a lesson that brings me closer to success." This shift in mindset opens up possibilities and invites growth. Just as you would strengthen your body by continually challenging it with new workouts, mental training requires constant effort. If you only challenge yourself once and then stop, the strength you built will diminish over time. The more consistently you work your mind, the more resilient it becomes. That's why daily practices such as meditation, journaling, visualization, and positive affirmations are essential. These practices help to create neural pathways in the brain that reinforce positive thinking, emotional control, and goal-oriented behaviors. Through this daily mental workout, you not only develop the ability to manage stress and uncertainty, but also increase your capacity to focus on the things that truly matter. The mind is the key to achieving success, happiness, and fulfillment. No matter how strong our bodies become, if the mind is weak or untrained, it will be nearly impossible to accomplish anything significant. Training the mind is an investment in yourself, and the return on that investment is immense. The more you strengthen your mind, the more confident and capable you will become in navigating the ups and downs of life. It gives you the ability to approach challenges with resilience, learn from failures, and pursue your goals with focus and determination. A strong, well-trained mind is the foundation for living a life full of purpose and success. The first step to building a strong mind is developing awareness. Without awareness, it becomes incredibly easy to let negative, unproductive, or limiting thoughts take control. Every day we experience hundreds of thoughts, many of which we never consciously acknowledge. These thoughts, often formed out of habit or reaction to our environment, can either empower us or undermine our potential. By becoming aware of the thoughts running through our minds, we gain the ability to choose which ones we want to act on and which ones we need to let go of. This practice of awareness allows us to actively take control of our mental landscape rather than letting it run on autopilot, driven by outside circumstances or automatic patterns of thinking. Awareness is the foundation of training the mind because it brings our unconscious thoughts to the forefront. These thoughts often shape how we view ourselves and the world around us, affecting our decisions, our emotions, and ultimately our actions. Without realizing it, many of us operate on negative or self-limiting beliefs that we've carried with us for years. Thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," can creep into our minds without warning, and without awareness, they can take over our mindset and limit our potential. By developing the ability to recognize these thoughts as they occur, we begin the process of transforming them. When you become aware of a thought, you're no longer controlled by it. Instead, you have the ability to pause, assess it, and decide whether it aligns with the person you want to be and the goals you want to achieve. You can ask yourself questions like, is this thought serving me? Is it moving me forward or holding me back? With this awareness, you gain the power to either replace a negative thought with a positive one or let it go entirely. This process might sound simple, but it is incredibly powerful because it shifts the balance of control from your thoughts to you. Be conscious of the emotions that arise alongside our thoughts. Often emotions and thoughts are so intertwined that it can be difficult to differentiate between the two. But by becoming aware of both, you can gain deeper insight into your behavior and reactions. For example, if you find yourself getting frustrated or anxious, it's essential to ask yourself, what thought triggered this emotion? And is this emotion serving me right now? In doing so, you not only learn to recognize your emotional triggers, but also develop emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your emotions in a healthy way. Mindfulness is one of the most effective practices for increasing awareness. By taking moments throughout the day to simply observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, you can start to see patterns in your thinking. You might realize that certain thoughts or fears pop up consistently, and once you identify these patterns, you can begin to change them. Mindfulness helps you become more present and focused, not letting your mind wander into negative or unproductive territory. It teaches you to accept your thoughts without allowing them to control you, making you more deliberate in how you respond to situations. Building awareness also means becoming conscious of your environment and how it influences your thoughts and emotions. Often we react to external factors, stress at work, a disagreement with a friend, or even the news, without taking a moment to step back and assess how it's affecting us. By being aware of how these external factors impact your mindset, you can choose to protect your mental state. This might mean taking a break when stress becomes overwhelming, setting boundaries with people who drain your energy, or limiting exposure to negative influences in your environment. It's important to note that developing awareness is a process that takes time and practice. We live in a world full of distractions, and it's easy to fall into automatic thinking patterns without realizing it. But through consistent practice, awareness becomes more natural. The more you practice observing your thoughts, the more in control you become of your mental state. You begin to recognize negative thought patterns early, which gives you the opportunity to change them before they take root and influence your actions. Awareness is about reclaiming your power. Instead of being at the mercy of your thoughts and emotions, awareness allows you to be the observer, the one who decides how to react. By building this awareness, you gain the mental clarity needed to make more intentional decisions, avoid self-sabotage, and navigate challenges with a clear, focused mindset. It's a practice that strengthens your mental resilience, builds confidence, and sets you on the path to achieving your full potential. Training your mind is a continuous process, but to truly build mental strength, it's essential to create a routine that prioritizes your mental health and development. Just like the body needs regular exercise to stay fit and strong, the mind also requires consistent workouts to stay sharp and focused. The key to building and maintaining a resilient mind lies in the power of routine. The daily practices you engage in shape the way your mind works, influences your emotions, and molds your ability to face challenges. When you establish a positive and focused mental routine, you not only improve your mindset, but also equip yourself with the tools necessary to navigate life's obstacles more effectively. Starting with small daily practices can have a profound impact on the way your mind functions. Whether it's engaging in a few minutes of meditation in the morning, practicing deep breathing techniques to manage stress, or writing in a journal to reflect on your thoughts, these activities create a mental framework that helps you stay grounded. For example, meditation is an excellent practice for calming the mind and sharpening focus. By taking just a few minutes each day to quiet your thoughts, you strengthen your ability to stay present and reduce the noise that often causes anxiety or distraction. A powerful tool for training the mind is journaling. Writing down your thoughts helps you process emotions, reflect on your day, and gain clarity on your goals. Journaling encourages introspection, allowing you to better understand your mindset and identify any limiting beliefs that might be holding you back. It also helps you track your progress, celebrate small victories, and gain perspective on how far you've come, which boosts motivation. Whether it's free writing or setting aside time to write specific affirmations and intentions for the day, journaling reinforces the power of positive thinking and fosters a mindset focused on growth and improvement. Gratitude practice is another vital component of a strong mental routine. It shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have, reminding you of the positive aspects of your life. Taking time each day to write down a few things you're grateful for rewires the brain to look for the good in all situations. This practice not only enhances your mental resilience, but also fosters an optimistic outlook on life, making it easier to overcome setbacks. The more you cultivate gratitude, the more naturally it becomes a part of your mindset, strengthening your overall mental strength and allowing you to face challenges with a more positive attitude. Visualization exercises are a further tool for building mental strength. When you visualize yourself achieving your goals, overcoming obstacles, and succeeding in your endeavors, you are mentally preparing for success. Visualization trains the mind to imagine positive outcomes and enables you to feel more confident in your abilities. Whether it's visualizing yourself completing a project, acing an exam, or handling a difficult situation, your mind begins to associate those successful moments with your current reality, which can lead to greater self-belief and determination to pursue your goals. Incorporating mindfulness into your routine is another crucial practice for strengthening the mind. Mindfulness encourages being fully present in each moment, allowing you to detach from negative thought patterns, fear, or distractions. By practicing mindfulness, you increase your awareness of your surroundings and your emotional responses to situations, enabling you to manage stress more effectively and think more clearly in high-pressure situations. This daily practice enhances your ability to stay calm under pressure and makes it easier to remain focused on your priorities, no matter what external challenges arise. Consistency is key when it comes to building a mental routine. The more you commit to daily mental exercises, the stronger your mind becomes. But it's not just about doing these activities once in a while. It's about making them a regular part of your day. Even spending just 10 or 15 minutes a day on these practices can add up over time, leading to profound changes in how you handle challenges, process emotions, and maintain focus. As with physical exercise, you will see the greatest benefits when you make mental training a non-negotiable part of your routine. The power of a mental routine lies in its ability to rewire the brain. By consistently practicing mindfulness, gratitude, journaling, and visualization, you are actively strengthening your brain's capacity to manage stress, increase focus, and embrace challenges with a positive mindset. These practices don't just improve your immediate mindset, they have long-term benefits that continue to support your personal growth, productivity, and overall well-being. When you make your mind a priority through a daily routine, you lay the groundwork for achieving long-term success and creating a life aligned with your highest aspirations. One of the most powerful tools for training the mind is learning to manage self-talk. The words you use with yourself have a profound impact on your mindset, behavior, and overall success. The way you speak to yourself shapes your reality. It influences your self-worth, your level of motivation, and how you approach challenges. Negative self-talk can keep you trapped in a cycle of self-doubt, fear, and inaction, while positive self-talk has the power to uplift, inspire, and drive you toward success. The key to building mental strength is recognizing that you have control over the language you use internally and choosing to speak to yourself in a way that empowers you. Everyone experiences negative thoughts from time to time, especially when facing difficulties or stepping outside of their comfort zones. These thoughts may sound like, "I'm not good enough," "I can't do this," or "I'll never succeed." The issue isn't that negative thoughts occur, but rather that many people allow these thoughts to control their actions and beliefs. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not capable, that you're not worthy, or that you'll never achieve your goals, those beliefs will become ingrained in your mind and will hold you back. However, when you actively recognize these thoughts and replace them with positive, constructive statements, you begin to reshape your mindset and shift your behavior in a more positive direction. The first step in managing self-talk is to become aware of the internal dialogue that runs through your mind. Most people aren't fully conscious of the way they speak to themselves. Negative self-talk can be so automatic that we don't even notice it. By simply paying attention to your thoughts and the language you use, you can identify when negative self-talk is taking over. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I'm terrible at this," pause for a moment and replace it with something more constructive, like, "I'm still learning and I'll improve with practice." This small shift in language helps to build a mindset of growth and resilience rather than one of limitation. Another way to combat negative self-talk is by using affirmations. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements that reinforce your strengths and capabilities. They serve as a reminder of your potential and help to reprogram the subconscious mind. By repeating affirmations daily, you reinforce the belief that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of success. Over time, these positive statements replace the self-limiting beliefs that may have once held you back. For instance, instead of saying, "I'll never be able to finish this project," you might say, "I have the ability to accomplish anything I set my mind to." This shift in thinking can drastically improve your confidence and motivate you to take action. Visualization is also a powerful tool in reshaping self-talk. When you visualize yourself succeeding, you create a mental image of success that aligns with your affirmations. This reinforces your belief in your abilities, making it easier to silence the inner critic that tells you that you can't achieve your goals. By imagining yourself overcoming obstacles and achieving success, you mentally rehearse positive outcomes, which strengthens your ability to approach challenges with confidence and perseverance. The way you speak to yourself also plays a crucial role in building resilience. Life is full of challenges and setbacks are inevitable. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to fall into a negative mindset and start doubting yourself. Instead of focusing on failure or mistakes, training your mind to reframe these moments as opportunities to learn can help you bounce back more quickly. If you think, "I failed and that's it," You reinforce feelings of defeat. But if you think, I didn't succeed this time, but I'll learn from this and do better next time, you create an empowering mindset that helps you stay motivated and move forward. Changing your self-talk takes time, and it requires consistent effort. The more you practice positive self-talk and challenge negative thoughts, the easier it becomes to shift your mindset. It's essential to be patient with yourself during this process and recognize that change doesn't happen overnight. But as you make a conscious effort to speak kindly and constructively to yourself, you'll notice an improvement in your mindset, confidence, and ability to handle challenges. Positive self-talk is not about ignoring reality or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on your strengths, capabilities, and potential for growth rather than getting stuck in negativity. By training your mind to use positive self-talk, you'll build a mental foundation that supports your success and well-being. It's a simple but incredibly effective tool for developing resilience, maintaining motivation, and ultimately achieving your goals. The more you consciously choose to speak positively to yourself, the stronger and more confident you become, allowing you to tackle life's challenges with a sense of empowerment and clarity. The language you use with yourself truly matters, and when you take control of your self-talk, you take control of your mindset and your life. Failure is often viewed as something to avoid or fear, but in reality, it is a crucial part of personal growth and success. The way you respond to failure shapes your ability to build resilience and inner strength. Rather than allowing setbacks to discourage you, they can serve as invaluable lessons that provide insights and fuel future progress. When you embrace failure as an opportunity to learn and grow, you develop the mental toughness needed to overcome obstacles and continue moving forward toward your goals. The first step in shifting your perspective on failure is to recognize that it is inevitable. Everyone experiences setbacks at some point in their lives. Whether it's a failed project, a missed opportunity, or a mistake made along the way, no one is immune to failure. Instead of viewing failure as something that defines you or stops your progress, it's essential to understand that it is simply a part of the process. Each failure brings with it valuable feedback, teaching you something about yourself, your approach, or your strategy. If you're not failing, you're not taking enough risks or challenging yourself. To build a strong mindset, it's important to learn how to fail forward. This means using failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. When you encounter a setback, rather than becoming discouraged or defeated, focus on what you can learn from the experience. What went wrong? What can you do differently next time? How can you use this experience to improve and get closer to your goals? By asking these questions, you shift your focus from the failure itself to the growth that can result from it. This mindset not only helps you bounce back more quickly, but also fosters a sense of resilience and determination that propels you forward. Failure also teaches you the importance of persistence. It's easy to become disheartened when things don't go according to plan, but those who succeed in the long run are the ones who keep going even after experiencing failure. Every successful person has faced failure at some point, but what sets them apart is their ability to persevere and keep trying. This persistence doesn't mean stubbornly repeating the same actions that led to failure in the first place. Instead, it involves taking what you've learned from the experience and applying it in a new and improved way. When you embrace failure and use it as a learning opportunity, you build the resilience needed to keep pushing forward, even when faced with challenges. An important aspect of learning from failure is the ability to separate your sense of self-worth from the outcome. Often when people fail, they internalize it and believe that their failure defines who they are. They may think, I'm not good enough, or I'll never succeed. This type of thinking only leads to self-doubt and negativity. However, when you view failure as an event rather than an identity, you can distance yourself from the outcome and maintain your confidence. A failed attempt does not mean you are a failure. It simply means that you have not yet found the right path. It's important to remind yourself that your value is not determined by your successes or failures, but by your willingness to learn, grow, and continue trying. The ability to fail with grace is another critical aspect of developing inner strength. Instead of letting failure break you down emotionally or mentally, learn to approach it with acceptance and humility. Allow yourself to feel disappointed or frustrated, but don't let those emotions take over or dictate your future actions. Acknowledge the failure, learn from it, and move on. Holding on to negative emotions or letting failure define your future can only hold you back. By accepting failure as part of the journey and moving forward with a positive attitude, you create the mental resilience necessary to stay on track toward your goals. It's also essential to surround yourself with supportive people who help you navigate failure. The people you spend time with can have a significant impact on how you respond to setbacks. Supportive individuals can offer encouragement, perspective, and advice that help you keep going even when you feel discouraged. Additionally, being around people who have faced their own failures and overcome them can serve as inspiration. Their stories remind you that failure is not the end, but rather a part of the process that leads to success. Failure is an integral part of building immense inner strength. It's not something to fear, but rather something to embrace and learn from. The way you handle failure determines your ability to grow, persevere, and continue pursuing your dreams. Instead of letting failure knock you down, use it as a tool for learning and improvement. By reframing your relationship with failure, you build the mental toughness needed to face life's challenges and continue moving forward with resilience and confidence. The ability to stay consistent and maintain focus is one of the most powerful elements in building inner strength and achieving success. It's easy to get excited about a goal at the start, but sustaining that drive over time, especially when obstacles arise or progress feels slow, is where true mental strength is into play. Consistency is key to mastering any skill, reaching any goal, or overcoming any challenge. It's about showing up day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it, and doing the work required to move forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. Consistency doesn't mean working hard non-stop without breaks. Rather, it means building habits that support your long-term vision and showing up for those habits consistently. Developing the mental fortitude to commit to your goals over the long haul is one of the most challenging but rewarding aspects of personal growth. It requires a deep belief in the value of your actions, even when you don't see immediate results. Whether it's working on a personal project, improving your physical health, or advancing in your career, staying focused on the process rather than just the end goal builds a steady momentum that drives you toward success. One of the biggest hurdles in staying consistent is the temptation to seek instant results. In today's world of fast-paced information and immediate gratification, it's easy to feel frustrated when progress seems slow. But the key to developing consistency is realizing that results take time, and the journey itself is just as important as the outcome. Each action you take, no matter how small, compounds over time and contributes to your overall progress. By focusing on consistent effort instead of rushing toward the finish line, you allow yourself the space to grow and improve gradually. A challenge to maintaining consistency is dealing with setbacks or obstacles. It's natural to face difficulties along the way. Things won't always go according to plan. You may encounter failures, moments of doubt, or unexpected circumstances that disrupt your rhythm. This is where mental resilience becomes essential. Instead of allowing setbacks to derail you, focus on the long-term picture and the habits that you've committed to. When you embrace consistency, you understand that setbacks are a natural part of the process and you don't let them define your progress. One of the most effective strategies to maintain consistency is creating routines and structures that support your goals. When you have a clear plan in place and a set routine to follow, it becomes easier to show up every day, regardless of how motivated or inspired you feel. Creating a daily or weekly schedule that aligns with your long-term objectives helps establish a sense of discipline and commitment. The more structured your routine is, the less energy you need to put into deciding what to do next. The decision is already made for you. This allows you to conserve mental energy and focus on executing the necessary steps without distraction. Having a strong why is another critical element in staying consistent. When you know why you're working toward a goal, whether it's to improve your health, build a career, or create a meaningful impact in the world, you become more driven to stay committed, even when things get tough. Your why acts as a constant reminder of the bigger picture and keeps you moving forward, especially when motivation wanes. This deeper purpose provides clarity and direction, helping you persevere through moments of doubt. Tracking progress is another key factor in maintaining consistency. When you can look back and see how far you've come, it fuels your determination to keep going. Whether it's keeping a journal, setting milestones, or reflecting on your achievements, regularly measuring your progress helps you stay motivated and focused on your path. Even if progress feels slow, having a visual reminder of the work you've put in can encourage you to keep moving forward. Recognizing the small wins along the way reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed and reminds you that consistency pays off over time. Accountability plays a significant role in helping you stay consistent as well. Having someone to support you, whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a coach, helps keep you on track. Sharing your goals and progress with someone else creates a sense of responsibility, making you more likely to follow through. It's easy to let yourself down, but it's much harder to let someone else down, which is why accountability can be a powerful motivator. Ultimately, consistency is the secret to achieving long-term success. It's not about making big leaps every day, but about showing up and putting in the work day after day. Whether the work is hard, easy, rewarding, or frustrating, the habit of consistency is what drives you forward and keeps you on the path to success. The more you commit to being consistent, the stronger your mind becomes, and the closer you get to achieving the goals you've set for yourself. Through persistence and the steady accumulation of effort, you'll find that the journey is just as transformative as the destination itself.